Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. The reason I have gathered you all here today is because I want to talk about arguably one of the most manipulative children's videos I have ever seen produced on jw.org to date. Now let's be clear. All of the videos jw.org produces are manipulative, especially the ones directed toward children because children are so impressionable. However, this one really takes the cake. This video was released a little over a week ago and the title is The Greatest Act of Love. Now, what makes this video especially worse than previous ones is that, as if it isn't bad enough that Jehovah's Witnesses prey on children, a vulnerable, impressionable population, this particular video preys on grieving children. Now, historically, the Caleb and Sophia videos produced by Jehovah's Witnesses focus on issues that either Caleb or Sophia personally are having. Now, this video, however, switches gears and it focuses more on Zoe, which is Sophia's classmate. Now, we have seen Zoe in previous videos. She has been getting a little more shine lately because Sophia has started studying the Bible with her and brainwashing her with JW propaganda. So now slowly more attention is being placed on Zoe because she has taken a liking to what she is learning from Sophia about Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, I've said this in previous videos, but I do just want to take this moment to say that it is ridiculous that Jehovah's Witness kids are taught to go to school to try to recruit other students. Kids should be going to school to learn, to make friends, to participate in activities, and to learn how to get along with different personalities. But Jehovah's Witnesses instruct children to use their school as their quote unquote territory and to look at their fellow students as potential recruits. So this video opens up with a montage of Zoe as a younger child, and she is spending time with her grandmother. So we are seeing that she was very close to her grandmother. And again, they are giving us a variety of scenes just showing the amount of time that they spent together and all the happy memories that they had and all the things that they used to do with one another, just baking, going to the park together. There's a scene where Zoe's grandmother is braiding her hair. And all of these clips are accompanied by very sad music to just add to the emotional manipulation of it all. So based on this scene, we can conclude that Zoe's grandmother has passed away and Zoe is very torn up about this. And losing someone that you are close to is devastating no matter what age you are. I can only imagine what it's like to lose someone close to you as a child, while you're still trying to make sense of all your different emotions and just the way you understand the world. That has to be a lot to deal with. So Zoe is in a very vulnerable place. And let's see what Jehovah's Witnesses instruct members to do when they are coming in contact with people who are dealing with fresh emotions and fresh grief.
Oh. Here you go. Thanks. Hey, soon we're having a memorial, and you have to come. It's the most important event. This invite is for you and your mom. I can tell you more about it at our study. Okay, thanks. Bye. See you later, Sophia.
Now, we do not get a specific timeline as to how recently Zoe's grandmother has passed away, nor do we have a scene where Zoe tells Sophia that this has happened. But we do get a scene that I find interesting where Zoe drops a photo of her mother, and her grandmother, and Sophia picks it up and she kind of glances at it in a strange way. Now, what I got from this scene, and I could be overthinking it, you can, disagree with me respectfully in the comments, but what I gathered from this is Sophia is taking note of something that she can use when they have their Bible study later. Jehovah's Witnesses are trained to take note of different things about potential recruits that they can use to help draw this person deeper into the religion. And I have pulled up some examples. This was discussed at length in the Kingdom Ministry, which has since been rebranded to the Christian Life and Ministry or something of that nature. But back when it was called the Kingdom Ministry, I specifically remember being a child and being trained on taking note of different things about people so that you could essentially pretend to be interested in their personal lives. Here's a Kingdom Ministry from 2014, and it actually gives bullet points on how to show personal interest. It says to relax and smile and be friendly and to be observant. Now, this is obviously referring to when Jehovah's Witnesses are doing door-to-door work, because it tells them to be observant, to look around the person's yard, to take note if they have any children's toys, or if they enjoy gardening, or if they have pets, or if you can tell by any decor in the yard that they have certain religious beliefs. And the reason that witnesses are instructed to take note of those things is, again, so that you can customize your presentation towards something that will help draw them into the religion, and also so that you can make this person think that they have a real friend. And the reason I say this is not genuine is because when personal interest is genuine, you don't have to teach someone how to do it. If you have interest in someone, it will just be a natural thing that happens. But this is very manipulative, where you're telling people to take note of different characteristics about someone to see how you could use it to your advantage. And it seems like that is what's happening here, because Sophia, one, is inviting Zoe to the memorial, which I just find that interesting that it's only January. And obviously they knew that they were going to release this video in January, but they're already talking about recruiting people to the memorial, which doesn't happen until the spring. But as Sophia said, she said it's like the most important event of their lives. Even though if you grew up in the hall, you already know if you've been to one memorial, you've been to them all. Okay, they use the exact same outline. It's the exact same formula every year. If you grew up a witness, you could probably give the memorial talk from memory. But they are convinced that this is the most important event that you could ever attend. And Sophia is in the midst of inviting her to that when she takes note of this photo. And we're going to see in the next scene how she's going to use that information to stir up her emotions and help influence her to want to attend this event. And again, I just want to say again that it is completely inappropriate that witness children are being sent to schools with religious pamphlets and being encouraged to place them with other children. Because if that was to happen in reverse and a Jehovah's Witness came home with religious literature in their bag from a different religion, the witness parents would be highly upset. But they think that's okay to do to others.
Do you mind reading?
Okay, sure. Many people hope for good things to happen, but they cannot be sure that their hope...
Okay. Now it's your turn. Life was perfect. Adam and Eve disobeyed Jehovah. They lost their perfect life and died. Right! After that, nobody was perfect. So everyone would grow old and die. Jesus came to earth and taught everyone about Jehovah. He gave his life. He died for us. That's right, so that in the future, nobody will have to die. Has anybody ever given you a special gift? Why do you think they gave it to you? Because she loved me. Right. Jehovah and Jesus gave us the greatest gift. It cost a lot. But they gave it to us because they love us. And they want us to live forever. But what about my grandma? Their gift is for her too. There's somebody in the Bible I would like you to meet. She's a lot like...
So this is the part of the JW recruitment strategy when they dangle the carrot in front of the unsuspecting Bible student and they sell you this dream of living forever. And the point of selling you this dream is to not only draw you into the organization, but to keep you in the organization, because they tell you that the only way you are going to get this reward is if you stick with us. You have to not just believe in Jesus, because they are making this about Jesus and God right now. But of course, once you are fully reeled in, you will learn that it's not enough to just believe in Jesus and God to get this everlasting life, but you have to believe that these men on the screen, these dorks right here, that these dweebs speak for God. That's what you have to believe in order to get this everlasting life. And your loved one who passed away, they can get that reward too. They could be brought back to life. But again, once they are brought back to life, they will have to believe that these men in New York speak for God. But of course, this nonsense can sound desirable to someone who is vulnerable, who is grieving, who would do anything to be able to see that person again. And again, when you take into account that she's young, she's impressionable, sure, that probably sounds like a great promise. And as someone who believed in this nonsense until I was about 21 years old, it really aggravates me to watch this, because growing up for the first 20 years of your life and being told that death is unnatural and something that one day will never happen, it really does mess you up mentally, and you become an adult who doesn't know how to grieve. I mean, unfortunately, death is probably the most natural part about life. Now, that doesn't make it any less devastating when it happens to people that we care about, but to tell children and to instill in them from childhood that death is something unnatural and that very soon that's something that's never going to happen again, it's not a healthy thing to teach children. So as they continue on, Sophia shares a Bible account with Zoe of Jesus resurrecting someone from the dead. Now, of course, we have no evidence that anyone ever resurrected anyone from the dead, but, we just have to take their word for it. And then Sophia goes on to say that just as Jesus resurrected people in the Bible, that he's going to resurrect people in the present day, and then we can all live forever. And she says that it's the greatest gift that anyone could give us, and that going to the memorial is a way to thank Jesus for this gift. And again, we're talking about giving your life, dedicating your life to an organization for something that we haven't received yet. So give us your whole life, dedicate everything to us. Get rid of your normal personality and take on ours, take on the one we give you. And, eventually this will pay off. But what you have to do is spend your entire life thanking the organization for something they haven't delivered. Often that desire to see a dead loved one is so strong that people fall for it and they become deeply entrenched. I have actually seen this play out in person, where someone lost their child. And when that happened, this person was extremely, of course, vulnerable and crushed and devastated. And witnesses swooped in and took advantage of that. And she is still a witness to this day.
Mom,
Hi, baby.
should we get ready for the memorial?
Oh, honey. It was a long day. I'm so sorry. I don't think we can make it. Can't wait to see you tonight. Let us know if you need a ride. It's Sophia's mom.
Mom, we can do this.
Let's do it.
Yay! Mommy,
Yes, my little princess?
I'm glad you're studying the Bible.
Me too.
I just find this to be really nauseating. I mean, again, the background music, it's just all so manipulative. So now Sophia's mother is studying with Zoe's mother. And, I chuckled when I first watched this scene, because we have Zoe's mom, who wasn't really feeling like going to the memorial. She said she had a long day. And of course, she gets a text from Sophia's mom saying, let us know if you need a ride. And I just chuckled, because witnesses are so good for playing like they really care about you as a person, and they love to offer rides to the hall. Like, one thing a witness is gonna do, they gonna offer you a ride, baby. They you can't come because you don't have enough gas, or your car is not working, or you're tired. Don't worry, we'll just pick you up. And I guess the idea is that the unsuspecting Bible student thinks, wow, these people really care about me. They're gonna come pick me up. They're gonna give me a ride. And it's really not about that. It's just about recruitment. It's about numbers. These are things that I have observed firsthand. When it comes to a Jehovah's Witness trying to recruit, they will go that extra mile to make them think that you care about them. They will give you a ride. They will bring you food. They will drop off groceries. I mean, they will really make you think that you have a community. But the minute you say, hey, I really like you, I really want to continue our friendship, but I do not want to continue this Bible study anymore. See if they're willing to do all those favors then. All of this community and this hope and this love that they shower you with, it is all conditional. It is all contingent upon you not only continuing your Bible study, but progressing in your Bible study to the point of becoming a baptized Jehovah's Witness. And like I say, the proof is in the publications. Not only do they instruct Jehovah's Witnesses on how to try to reel someone into a Bible study, they also instruct Jehovah's Witnesses to drop those Bible studies if they become unproductive. So if the person is studying for years, but they are not making active steps towards becoming a Jehovah's Witness, that Jehovah's Witness is supposed to eventually dump you because you're no longer worth their time.
As we all go home tonight, think about what Jesus' sacrifice means to you.
Come with me.
Zoe. Turn around.
Zoe!
Grandma? It's you!
My baby girl.
I missed you.
Grandma's here now.
Jehovah has shown love in many ways. But when he gave Jesus life for us, that was the greatest act of love.
Taking advantage of people's grief, especially a child's grief, is really just gross. And I just found this whole scene to be disgusting. But Watchtower knows that this is an effective strategy because when emotion is high, logic is low. Because here you have Zoe sitting there, and instead of actually analyzing whether the information that she is hearing makes sense, she's instead daydreaming about the day that she gets to be reunited with her grandmother. And that's Watchtower's entire objective. It's to get you when you're vulnerable, implant these beliefs, dangle the carrot in front of you to give you hope, false hope, but hope nevertheless, and to surround you with community so that you think that these people are your friends and your family. And then you surround yourself with these people and you only communicate with them. So they're reinforcing your new beliefs and they become so entrenched that at some point it becomes part of your identity and now they've got you. The way this series is trending, it is highly likely that Zoe is going to end up getting baptized and she and her mother are going to be attending the Kingdom Hall regularly. And of course, that's how it's going to go because this is JW land. But one thing that does bring me comfort is knowing that these scenarios are happening less and less frequently, partly just due to the general decline of interest in religion, but also due to the internet. Because in a more realistic scenario, Zoe would have came home and told her mother she was studying the Bible with a girl at school, and Zoe's mom would have did a little digging, did a little Googling, and realized that her daughter was trying to be recruited into a cult, and she would have cut that off immediately, told her, hey, don't take any more pamphlets from that girl, tell her you're not interested. And she and Sophia would have never even developed a friendship. But of course, because this is produced by witnesses, Zoe and her mother are now being roped into this religion. Again, it's just really sickening that they are giving children a blueprint on how to try to recruit their fellow students while also making them think that they're doing something good for the world. Because Sophia's intentions are in the right place, the same way my intentions were in the right place. When I was a kid and I was trying to preach to kids at school, we were quite literally manipulated into manipulating others. And I just want any unsuspecting person to know that if a Jehovah's Witness coworker or classmate or somebody you know is being especially nice to you and attentive to your needs, and they just seem to really hit it off with you, just please understand that there is an ulterior motive. And once you express that you no longer have a desire to learn about their belief system, that's when you will see their true colors. But that is all I wanted to discuss in this video. Please give me a comment, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.